I'm Jim Parkinson. Today I'm going to talk to you on this video about a subject that seems to really upset my fellow Republicans and my conservative friends. Two words: Jeremiah Wright. What is it about Jeremiah Wright that sends my Republican friends up the wall? I'll tell you what the problem is. It's that footage that we saw, that loop that was on television that we saw over and over again of Jeremiah Wright basically telling us that he was unpatriotic, that he didn't have a love for our country, and that he had some deep-seated feeling against white people. And that upsets a lot of Republicans and conservatives, and it won't allow them to vote for Barack Obama. Well, I'd like to take a few minutes today and just, as Isaiah exhorted us to do, I'd like to reason together with you about this issue. Why is it that Republicans are so offended by Jeremiah Wright? Well, offended for the same reason I am. What he said was downright offensive. But I'd like to make a couple of points. Number one, Barack Obama didn't say what Jeremiah Wright said. Those were not his words. As a matter of fact, he repudiated every single thing that Jeremiah Wright said. Let's listen.
Let me say at the outset that I vehemently disagree and strongly condemn the statements that have been the subject of this controversy. I categorically denounce any statement that disparages our great country or serves to divide us from our allies. I also believe that words that degrade individuals have no place in our public dialogue, whether it's on the campaign stump or in the pulpit. In sum, I reject outright the statements by Reverend Wright that are at issue.
Some of my Republican friends, when they heard that speech, said, "I don't believe him." Well, why is it you don't believe Mr. Obama when he tells you that he does not embrace, endorse, or accept what Jeremiah Wright said? Well, let's go a little bit deeper. I'm a trial lawyer. I've spent 30 years trying cases, and what I do when there's an issue that has to be decided, adjudicated, I not only listen to a person give his side of it or her side of it, I go get evidence. Is there one single person that's come forward and said, "I know Barack Obama, I've known him for many years, and guess what? He's unpatriotic. He's not a man who loves his country." Not one person has come forward and said that. Well, let's examine Mr. Obama's life. When he got out of law school, what did he do? He went to the University of Chicago, one of the most conservative law schools in the country, and taught constitutional law. He became an organizer in his community. And then he entered public service in the Illinois legislature and became a United States Senator. Is that the profile of somebody who does not like America, who wants to blow it up? Or is that somebody who has a vision of America and wants to build it up? With regard to the issue of the anti-white, is the issue with our Republican brothers and sisters that they think he's a Trojan horse, that once he's in the White House, he'll somehow become a closet bigot and be against white people? I'd like to show you a couple of pictures. What you're looking at now is Barack Obama's mother. She's white. What you're looking at now are his grandmother and grandfather who raised him. They're white. I'd like to have you take a look at this picture. It's Barack Obama at the Harvard Law School, and those people that you see surrounding him are all white, and they voted him as the editor-in-chief of the Law Review. Now, with regard to those people who run his campaign, the director of finance, the campaign manager, the campaign strategist, they're all white. That's how he's run his campaign. What you see are one piece of evidence after another that argues and militates in favor of Mr. Obama being a great American patriot and being somebody who's racially sensitive and who is not a bigot. Anybody who takes a careful look at the evidence will conclude that this Jeremiah Wright problem is not a problem for Barack Obama. It's a problem for the pastor. That's something he has to explain. Take a look at his life and take a look at the evidence that surrounds what he's done. It's got nothing to do with his campaign. If you want to believe those things about Mr. Obama, it's up to you. As for me and my family, we choose to believe Mr. Obama when he says that he does not accept the words of Jeremiah Wright, and we believe the evidence of a lifetime of not only service, but of biracial acceptance and a non-bigoted point of view.